Hi there and welcome back to Carrick Studio. I'm Craig and I'm going to continue on today with another flake review. Today we've been through the Peterson Dark Flake, Peterson University Flake. Today we're going for a different blend and brand altogether. Today I'm going to go through Samuel Gawith Full Virginia Flake. I'm covering the picture up because it's just absolutely ugly, and this is what we're inflicted with over on this side of the globe. Yeah, anyway, enough of that. So this now is made in Kendal, Cumbria in England, across the water from us, and it is a traditional blend, as it states, Full Virginia Flake. And I bought this tin, where did I say, last summer, and so that'd be June, July 2024, I think. And I've had a few of these. I've had mixed results, I'll be honest with you. The jury is out whether I actually like this or not. So this will be one of the first blends I've taken out my cupboard that I'm not too sure about. So maybe we'll give it a try today and see how we actually get on. So I'm going to open up the tin, get a tin note and a flavour from it, and see if it brings back any, conjures up something nice. Maybe it's something that I could actually look forward to. I live in hope. Right, so hey, it's like straw and hay to me, that now. So that's the package that you open it up to, and they have like this piece of cardboard on the top, picture of their old factory, Gawith and Hogarth. Take that out, and you're met with the packaging like this, and oh, it's all began to come apart a little bit, sadly. We need to look a bit like that. How we're going to do that? Let me just move one to one side, because there's a few flakes that tend to come apart a bit. Look, but that's the flake size. Quite a big flake, to be fair. I think it's slightly bigger than a Peterson, or similar anyway. It's quite long, look. Dark, rich colour. I'm going to take out one that's a bit broken here, so that I'll leave the full ones. What's that like? Is that like, it's about a full one, isn't it? So let's pop the camera down a little bit. See this little gizmo that I got today in the post? I bought that, I don't know where I got that from actually. It came from Poland actually. Came with a little pipe stand as well, and oh, I bought a briar, like a ready-made briar block with a stem in it, because I thought I'd like to make my own pipe one day. So I'm going to use that now going forward, just to put my tobacco into, and keeps it in one place then, doesn't it? So I'm just going to break this up a little bit, because it's far too long, and I'll be honest with you now, I'll never get that into the pipe like that. I'm going to use my Army Rhodesian sand rusticated pipe with filter on, as usual, for these blends. So once again we have a baseline, so they're using the same pipe, same type of filters. So I'm using the Blitz and the little filter that I use for inside the pipe as well. What's it called? Filter pad, just to go in the bottom of the bowl. I'm finding I really do prefer to have that at the bottom of the bowl these days now. It does tend to take a bit of the bitterness away for some reason. I think it's because it's not sitting on the bottom of the pipe, not touching the briar at all. the heat is actually set on top of this filter pad, and it doesn't have a bitter texture in the smoke at all because of that. And that, to me, can only be a good thing. And no one likes a bitter pipe. And if you've got a briar, that can be a bit bitter, because sadly, you could get a pipe and it could be quite bitter. And, you know, no end of smoking sometimes gets rid of that, and that's sad. I have one of those such pipes. It's an army pipe, Peterson. Beautiful pipe, actually, I must show it to you. And good looking pipe. And it, unfortunately, is very bitter. So I need to do something with that. I'm just going to keep persevering, to be perfectly honest, with tobaccos that are going to leave a good residue behind and fill the inside of the bowl, so that get rid of the bitterness. Yeah, so can you see now I'm just aerating this up. I'm more than aerating it, I'm actually breaking it apart. Some people might think this is terrible to do with a flake, but I find it's the best way for me to be able to smoke them, is to break them down into smaller pieces like this, rub it out a little bit, because else I find the chunks are just far too thick and they don't stay lit, and I'm forever trying to relight it, and I'd rather not be doing that, to be perfectly honest. I'd rather have a nice comfortable smoke where I get it lit and it just stays lit. Hopefully this will be the case with this now. Maybe people are thinking I'm just prolonging it so I don't have to. No, not the case. So I'm just going to have a bit of a whiff of this. Yeah, it's just hay. It doesn't have any flavouring or topping on this. So like the actual note of this is a little bit sweet. A little bit sweet, but with straw and hay notes to it, I find. And then a deep, like, a richness as well, like a malt loaf type smell. That's what I think it smells a bit like. So I'm just going to pop this filter in here and put that in there. That's grand. Filter pad. So I've reached the end of this packet lock. I will pop one in. I'll just get a bit of dust out of that. Pop that in there. Oh, upside down. Oh well, never mind. Right. Okay. So let's load the pipe up and see what flavours we can pull from this tobacco, because I might just pull a little bit out. I think I might have got a bit too much in there for the first fill. There we go. I find if you put too much of any of these flakes in, you can just overfill it with too much tobacco, and it doesn't draw well. I think that one flake has enough for 2 smokes, actually. Interesting, isn't it? Big flake. Alright, let me just put this back inside the tin. And I think that looks what I've done before. It looks like they're all broken. They're not, they're actually the remnants of a previous bowl. But that's okay, because now I'm ready for the next time. Okay. And oops. I've got to put this in. Okay. So Samuel Howarth, Hull, Virginia, Flake. So let's get this lit, shall we? I'm literally just pulling the flame into the tobacco. Now, what am I getting? Not an awful lot, to be perfectly honest. I'm being very truthful. This definitely needs to be warmed through before we get any flavour from it. Need to get this nicely lit and all right. Thoughts? Very, very bland so far. But I'm going to give this a chance, a good shot, because it is good tobacco. I know that. Because it's very smooth. Yeah. I can feel it a little bit better now. You don't just need to let it warm through. So this is just Virginia. And I do like Virginias. It has a little bit of spice about it sometimes, but not an awful lot. It's slightly sweet, but not sugar sweet, if you know what I mean. Yeah. When I bought this, I read the review about it and I thought, oh, that sounds like it's going to be wonderful. But I have to say I'm a little bit underwhelmed. The smoke that comes off it has got a different colour, like a browny colour, isn't it? I can't really detect a room note as such. It doesn't, yeah. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling because I know it's a good blend. It's a good manufacturer. It's made well. I find it a little bit boring, if I'm honest. It's just like hay and straw. I should just let it smooth down a little bit, I think. Anyway, this is what it says about it on the tobacco website, Miss Moran's. He says, Samuel Gawith Full Virginia Flake is blended with mature, hot-pressed Virginias, which take on a distinct golden colour and has no added flavours. The quality of the premium Virginia leaf used in this blend shines through. Yeah. I'll just keep reading. Full of flavour, both sweet in a natural way and complex. This blend delivers a pure, mildly tangy dark fruit sweetness. earthy notes with a touch of pepper spice, a fair amount of wood and a little tangy citrus. Premium pure Virginia tobacco at its finest. This mild to medium blend burns slow, consistent and cool with wonderful tobacco flavours and no bite. So, out of that, what I am getting are earthy notes with a touch of pepper and spice, yes, an amount of wood, am I getting tangy citrus? Not really. Not really. Am I getting mildly tangy dark fruit sweetness? I'm getting a mildly sweet flavour, not flavour but feeling. It doesn't taste of dark fruit to me. No. I'm finding it more straw and hay and earthy and woody with a bit of pepper spice. But I'm not getting any tangy dark fruit, I'm afraid. Which is what, as you can see when you read through that, you think, oh, that sounds really good, I'm going to try it. And that's why I feel a bit let down by this. Yeah. It's mild to medium, definitely mild to medium. I do get a bit of pepper out of it, peppers, yeah. More than I would get any dark fruit sweetness at the moment. So I just need to smoke it down a little bit more and see if I can get something else out of this. I think it deserves some attention. I can't just throw away comments and I don't like it. I need to be sure. It is a bit underwhelming to me, I will be frank about it. Let's have a look on tobacco review. Samuel Gawith, full Virginia Flake. See, this is strange. It gets a 3.4 star rating. Isn't that strange? Out of 4. How many ratings? Oh, there's only 5 reviews. Okay. Maybe that's why so. So let's see what it has to say about this. This is the age limited edition. The cakes have been aged for 2 years. The aging process has enhanced the tobacco by mellowing the Virginias, which brings out more of the natural sugars. This in turn has created a change to the flavour, producing now a rich dark pudding. A rich dark pudding with red meadow notes. I'm getting the meadow notes, that of hay and straw and wood. I don't think I'm getting rich dark pudding. Actually, I do. Do you know what I get? I get like a pudding that's been a little bit burned. You know, that type of flavour. It's not a great flavour, I'm sorry to say. And it says it's no longer in production, apparently. The profile is strength is mild to medium, flavouring none, room notes pleasant to tolerable, or unnoticeable, it says on here. Yeah, I'm not noticing an awful lot of aroma, to be perfectly honest. Taste medium. Yeah. So a 4-star review basically says it's a bit sweeter and less grassier with slightly more fermentation. It's definitely grassy. Grassy. I don't know what the original one would have been like. It needs some dry time. Burn slow no matter the moisture content, with a very consistent, cool, clean flavour that translates to a lightly lingering, pleasant aftertaste. Requires some relights. Leaves little moisture in the bowl. The room note is pleasant to tolerable. Can be an all-day smoke. If you really want to see the difference age makes, give it 5 to 7 years, as I do. So I need to come back to this in 5 years' time. Okay. Let's see. The other one, the other review is very, very similar. Okay, so this is the one note. 1 star. I'm not sure why this tobacco has gotten good reviews. The flake was too wet upon opening. When smoked wet, it was difficult to keep lit. Well, yeah. When smoked dry, it was harsh and bit my tongue even when smoked lightly. Okay. The flavour was bitter and harsh. The tin note was pleasant with hints of fruit and raisins. He reckons it should be aged first. And I have a feeling that's correct too. Because it is beginning to draw a little bit of flavour the longer I keep it lit. But do you know, sometimes you think, is it worth it? I'm doing this because, really, it would be unfair not to. But, sadly, this one is not impressing me. I'm just getting a very boring smoke. I'm sorry. I don't like it. This is probably the first one from my cupboard, and I still don't like. I would never buy this again. I've tried it a few times now. I've tried it on camera, and I still just think, nah, fairly tasteless. I'm just puffing on a pipe, getting some smoke in my mouth, trying desperately to get something out of it and getting nothing. Yeah, I don't really like this. What would I give it though, score wise? Well, the tobacco is good tobacco. Got a nice tin note, but when you smoke it, I'm not getting it doesn't transfer into the sensation of gaining taste whilst smoking it, I'm afraid. That tin note doesn't transfer to the bowl. I'll give it a 3, and I'm being very generous there. No, 2. Yeah, there's nothing. It's not dried out. It's still moist, so it should still have plenty of flavour in this. It's staying lit, so I know the moisture's fine. I'm just not getting it. No, I'm afraid, guys, chaps, this is not the tobacco for me. What I'm going to do is put it in a jar. I might put the tin in it. I might seal the tin, vacuum seal the tin actually. and leave it now for a few years and see if it gets better with time. Because right now, it's just doing nothing for me. I am very sorry, Samuel Gawith, but your full Virginia flake is a miss for me. It's a bit of a miss. So, this is what it looked like in the pipe. I just feel really guilty because I want it to be nice, but I have to be honest. Not doing it for me. Just not doing it for me. I'm not even going to try. So there we have it. I'm sorry to say, but I finally found a tobacco that I just don't really enjoy. And I don't know if I've let it down or if it's let me down. I have a feeling it's let me down. I just don't like it. Sorry. If you have it, please let me know what you think. I'm obviously missing something, but I'm just not getting the flavours that it's saying I should be getting. And even if, apart from that, as a tobacco, I just find in it very, very underwhelming. It's just not delivering at all. So that brings the end of this review for the full Virginia flake. It's the first negative one I have had, I'm sorry to say. But you've got to be honest about these things, haven't you? There's no good me pretending that that's wonderful and this is it's not hitting the mark, I'm afraid. Let's now hope that the next flake that I try from them is better. All right, thank you so much for taking the time and continuing to watch this through with me. Don't take my word for it now. This is not gospel. Do try it yourself and let me know what you think. You probably have this already and you may have smoked it and you may like it. Do tell me. Let me know if I'm being a little bit unfair. But for my taste, it's just not delivering for me, I'm afraid. And I'm just going to sell that away and leave it and then come back to it in a few years' time and see what I think then. All right, thank you very much again. Do take care. If you like this, please do like it. If you don't like it, hit the I don't like it button. Do subscribe and write a comment, because those comments, I love reading them. It's very informative to me. It lets me know if I'm on the right track. So far, I think we're doing okay. We've got a few more subscribers every day. That's really positive for me. It's great, and I'm still overwhelmed by that. It's wonderful, and thank you. And yeah. Be good, be kind, and enjoy your pipe. Until next time, good luck and thanks. Bye now.